Here we have the very beautiful 2010 Deluxe Stratocaster. Now, something I get asked all the time is, you know, what's the difference between a US standard and a US Deluxe guitar? So we'll have a little go through it and we'll point out all the features that make these guitars a little bit more special. So starting down this end, we have the 2-point trem. As you can see, the trem sits on the 2 points there rather than 6 screws, so it means it stays in tune better and goes back to tune better when you're using it, giving it a bit of abuse with a nice vintage tint on it as well. And as you can probably see right up here, it has locking tuners, so again in conjunction with the 2-point trem, keeps the guitar really nicely in tune. Flip it back over. Obviously we have aged parts, so it looks nice and old, nice and aged to go with the neck. Flat fretboard, big fret, so it's easy to play. Probably, I'll turn it over again here actually, so you can see the all-access neck joint, the heel joint here. So it's rolled off, so that when you're whittling up the dusty end, as we like to call it, it's really easy to get full access up to the top end of the guitar. Very comfortable. Okay, now a very important part of this guitar obviously is the quality of the woods. If you buy a US Deluxe or a US Vintage guitar, you know, they're made of a higher quality of wood as well, and it will also be a 2-piece body. Now, very important here, we have the N3 pickups, which are the latest generation of Fender's noiseless pickups. The last series had the Samarium Cobalt noiseless, which is quite a mouthful, I think you'll agree, pickups, which were pretty good. The N3s are like the next generation, so we're getting ever closer to the holy grail of a pickup that sounds like a traditional, like a real vintage Fender single coil, yet has absolutely no hum, no buzz. So if you use a dirty sound with a guitar like this, or a Telecaster or a Strat with vintage single coils, it's going to pick up hum from 60 cycle earth loop hum, anything from neons, computer screens, that sort of stuff. So I can turn my amplifier here, my beautiful Blues Deluxe, onto the dirty channel. We've got quite a lot of drive there and a fair amount of volume, but we're on the bridge pickup. Now if this were a guitar without these pickups on, especially with the lighting in here, you would hear it going zzz, wow. However, zero hum, zero buzz. And yet, same thing, we'll do it with the neck. Just pure, unadulterated Fender tone. Okay, so if you do a lot of recording, you know, if you work in recording studios, if you're playing a lot of clubs and bars and that kind of thing, there's neon signs everywhere, not the best electrics, this kind of guitar is absolutely perfect for you. A lot of guys who work in pits for theatres, that kind of stuff, do shows, use these guitars with these pickups because you get no noise from them. So I'll just go through. I'll also introduce the S1 switching here, which is the famous little Fender stealth switch. If you didn't know where it was, you wouldn't be able to see it. Just there on the volume control. And what this does, actually I've probably got the perfect sound to do this. If I'm in the bridge, obviously that's the bridge pickup on its own. If I push this down, we get a mixture of the bridge pickup and the middle pickup wired in series as a humbucker. So we go from this. So straight away, we've got a humbucker without having a humbucker on the guitar. So normal bridge pickup, classic thin wiry Fender sound, pushing the S1 switch. It sounds something not quite Fenderish. Okay, we'll do the same thing with the neck pickup. Okay. Classic Fender. Okay, we push this in, we get the between normal. Almost sounds like you're trying on like a tube screamer or something like that. It really fattens the sound out. Okay, so that's the feature.